Dio Hagan and Johnson, sorry, both the unregistered.
Supposed to be the one in the audience already.
Yes.
He's taking the bench. We've got one out of custody and everything. He's probably going to see, but yeah, we'll be ready for him.
I've got 3 on my docket. I just know there's only one here right now that's...
Yeah, I understand that. Who is it?
So, Judge, it's Mr. Christopher Glenn.
You'll come up? Come on
Judge, as he approaches, this is case number 23CF1110. Mr. Glenn, I had the pleasure of talking before court. He's aware of the court or the state's
Hold on a
offer.
second, I need to find it on my docket.
Yes, sir.
How do you spell the last name?
Glenn.
Christopher. Okay.
Your Honor, I had the pleasure of speaking with Mr. Glenn ahead of court. He's aware that the state's offer is a 7-year min-man, adjudicate, and then $1,000 or the $1,140 court cost.
So, Mr. Glenn, you do have a right to an attorney to represent you. You cannot afford one will be appointed to you, and generally in these kind of situations, we go ahead and get the counsel so that you have a chance to really look at all your different options, obviously facing significant DOC sentence. You wish to have an attorney appointed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I need you to fill out the application form. I'm going to go ahead and enter, because today is a plea day, I'm going to go ahead and enter a not guilty plea on your behalf that preserves your rights and give you a chance to meet with your attorney. And then we'll come back on August 14th at 9 o'clock.
And Your Honor, just so the court's aware, Mr. Glenn did post a $52,000 bond, so I'm anticipating he may not qualify for the PD on that basis.
That's true. Good form.
What does that mean?
Well, the appointment of a public defender is based on your inability to pay for an attorney. And Mr. Gates was just pointing out the obvious, that if you posted a significant bond, you may have too great of resources to qualify for the PD.
My company bailed me out and terminated my employment the following day.
That's all part of the bond, the PD application. He just puts that in there.
Putting it. You just filed it, and we'll deal with it. If you don't, we'll address that at that point.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're going to come back on 8/14 at 9 a.m., fill out the form, hand it into the clerk's office, and we'll go from there. But talk to your attorney if you have a chance before.
Take it upstairs. But don't leave the court before you fill it out.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Will you identify yourself, sir?
Jesse Anderson.
Anderson?
Yes, sir.
Okay, why don't you come forward, Mr. Anderson?
Your Honor, this is my case.
You want to go ahead and announce the case? We're here on a plea demonstration.
Just a second. Your Honor, Mr. Anderson's case is 23 CF 1127. Does not look like he has an attorney, Your Honor.
Is the state wanting to make an offer?
Yes, Your Honor. The state's offer for this case at this time is 11 months, 29 days, and we have Bruce County.
So, Mr. Anderson, you do have a right to have an attorney appointed today. The purpose of today's hearing is merely to enter a plea in the state. I mean, if you wanted to, you could consider the state's offer. It'll still be around. It's not going to go away after today. So first off, do you wish to have an attorney appointed?
Yes, sir.
So you need to fill out the form, if you don't mind.
Yes, sir.
The court's going to go ahead and enter a not guilty plea on your behalf, reserve your rights, and I'm going to order you to come back on August 14th, which is our next pretrial date. In the meantime, you need to get up with your attorney, assuming
Yes, sir.
you qualify. You have a
Yes, Your Honor, we have a form here. I think we can just take this.
It's the first form, fill it out, and we'll do it. Turn it to the clerk. This is part of it. You'll call her and say,
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir, thank you. Yes, sir, thank you.
Anybody else here that's here for a plea day? Okay.
I'll get the two unrepresented inmates. Sir, starting with Mr. Joshua Geohady. Geohady?
Would the state go ahead and announce this case? Geohady.
Yes, Your Honor. This is case number 23 CF 1113, State versus Joshua Geohady. He's charged with fraudulent use of credit cards, and the state's offer is 6 months DO, or 6 months OCJ, followed by that's it, 6 months OCJ and Courthouse.
Okay, so the purpose of today's hearing is to take a plea. The state often will make a plea offer. You're not in any way required to consider that or take that at this point. You're welcome to if you want to, but I'm here just to take a plea and to make sure you get appointed counsel if you cannot afford one. So first of all, you wish to have an attorney appointed? Or you want to, are you planning on hiring a private counsel?
I can't hire one.
So you want to have a public defender appointed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The court will appoint a public defender unless you want to consider their offer, which is generally, if it's a incarcerative offer, you want to talk to your attorney first. The court will enter a not guilty plea on your behalf as just to preserve your rights. And you can come back on 8/16 at 9 a.m. and for the next pretrial hearing. That's your turn.
Jeffrey Johnson.
Judge, what was, I apologize, what was the court date on Mr. Geohady?
8/16.
Thank you.
Would the state please announce this as Jeffrey Johnson?
Yes, Your Honor. This is Mr. Jeffrey Johnson, case number 23 CF 1106. He's charged with driving while license suspended habitual and attaching a plate not assigned. The state's offer is 10 days of Okaloosa County Jail, followed by 24 months probation in Courthouse.
Okay. So, Mr. Johnson, the purpose of today's hearing is merely to take a plea. But I also will appoint you an attorney if you wish to have an attorney appointed. You have the right to consider the state's offer, or you can meet with your attorney first.
I'll accept the offer.
Okay. Well, let me ask you a few questions then. Raise
Yes,
your
sir.
right hand. You swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do, sir.
Okay. So, you heard the state's offer, which is basically 10 days in the county jail.
Yes, sir.
You will get credit for time served. I don't know how long you've been in.
Yes, sir.
How long have you been in jail?
Almost 30 days, Your Honor.
Almost 30 days.
I've got a home in Walton County though, also, sir, for misdemeanor, same thing.
Right. So, main thing, I just want to make sure you understand that by entering this plea here today. Is this an adjudication of guilt?
It is your honor,
Okay.
because it involves jail time.
So both these charges, you'll be as charged, and you'll have an adjudication of guilt. You'll be sentenced to 10 days in the county jail with credit for time served. There are some standard fees and costs, I'm sure, that are a part of this. I guess you'll have to put that in your plea agreement.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll generate a plea agreement if we could bring him back at the end of the docket.
Okay.
I believe I have a score sheet for him as well, and I do not think it's a downward departure.
Okay. So we need to put it in writing, but we'll get that here today, okay? So that you can then get over to Walton County or whatever you need.
Yes, sir. I also have the reason why my license was suspended through child support was because they wanted me to supply them with a disability paperwork, and my disability paperwork was given to them, but obviously it didn't get to the court system, and I just wanted to put that on record so that I can show that I am disabled since 2020, and I have no traffic crashes, or there's no victims and there's no restitution. I had paid everything up in January, so if I would qualify for a hardship license, I would welcome the information to get that, sir.
We will put, counsel, listen on this. You just said that because of the suspended license, the court will consider, if you need a hardship license for a job, if there's something, the court certainly wouldn't object to that. If I can put any language in there that the court does not object to that, if you qualify.
Yes, sir. I'm 100% disabled, so
yeah, no,
I have to drive.
Believe me, I understand. It's
Thank you.
very difficult to exist without a vehicle.
I'll put that in the agreement.
Thank you, sir.
That's fine, Mr. President.
We'll bring you back out.
Thank you, sir.
Your Honor, I do not see a translator.
Sorry, I'm going to need a translator.
Yes,
Okay.
aquí por favor. Your Honor,
Well, if we don't, let's wait for an interpreter.
I'll ask my assistant if we can expect one, and, but I don't have any information, Your Honor.
Okay.
I don't know, we may have to call the language line. I don't think she's here anymore.
Okay. You can't really talk to him to see if,
I can talk to him a little bit.
I mean, the purpose of today's hearing is to merely to make a plea.
Right.
He can certainly make a not guilty plea. Is there an offer?
That would get very complicated if I start having an offer to translate.
I agree.
I just wanted to discuss one matter that might at least cover today's date, Your Honor,
Okay.
if I may have just a moment.
Go ahead.
I guess keeping that too.
Okay, Your Honor, I was able to discuss that we're just merely, for purposes of today, entering a not guilty
Not
plea.
guilty.
And then if we could put this, he's on April, pretrial, it should be April 6th, August 16th.
August 16th at 9 a.m.
Yes. Okay.
Just for the counsel not to even pass on, but is there an offer that's out there?
Yes, Your
Just
Honor.
so Mr. Medina can.
3 years probation with anger.
Your Honor, because he's, I know
You can't pass it on, I just wanted you to
yes,
have.
I'm just letting the court